Hi everyone, Stepan here. Welcome to Game 8 on Lichessladders. I have been challenged by MoMamba, and we have a game today, so I'll post this tomorrow, so today for you. But we have a game in about 2 hours, so now I'm gonna try to prepare for the game. My opponent is MoMamba. MoMamba is 1300 bullet and 1800 classical with only 3 games. Okay, so the way this works, I'm in the 60 plus 30 ladder and people 2 spots below me can challenge me. Where am I? Oh, I've dropped to 23rd place. I took a break because I played 2 tournaments in a row. Now I'm back. I'm gonna show you how I prepare for online games. Preparing has never been easier when you have people's online handles. I don't know if you know about Opening 3. It's a great thing, completely free. So is Lichessladders, by the way, a great way to arrange tournament games online. Okay, so my opponent is MoMamba, plays white. Let's see what they play. So if you have your opponent's online handles, it's very, very easy to prepare. Just move this away. Okay, so plays E4 and D4. What time is it now? It's 7:18, so we play at 9:30 my time. I have plenty of time to prepare. I'll just figure out what I'll do during this recording, and then I'll actually go ahead and prepare. I want to take Lichessladders very seriously while this analyzes games. Let's see my competition. So I'm 23rd out of 282 people. Okay, this guy beat me. I think this was my only loss, Muhammad 876. And the way it works is you can challenge people above you, but only 2 spots. Unless it's your first game, then you can challenge anyone. So technically now I could challenge these 2 guys, unless they are currently on holiday or, you know, scheduled to play someone else. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do. So MoMamba plays E4. When they play E4, what do they do? Let's see. What do I want to do? First of all, let's look at the Caro-Kann. D4, D5, EDC, the exchange. Okay, I actually played this in my last game. I played with E5 in my last game and I won. Not A6, I played with E5. I may try the same line, but since this is the last game I played on my profile, likely my opponent's going to be prepared for that. So let's see what they do when they play D4. D4, D5, C4, C6, Knight C3, E6. Oh, plays the Marshall Gambit. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay. We may have a very crazy game. I think I'm going to do this. So D, Knight E, Bishop B4, Bishop D2, Queen D4. That's the... Wait, no games? Seriously, no one's played this? D4? Knight E4, no one's played Bishop B4? Well, that's crazy. Bishop B4 is the main move. Okay, there is one game. Bishop D2 and took on D2. The main move is Queen D4, and then it gets very, very crazy. Queen takes E4, Bishop E2, and then I think Knight A6. And then they can go Bishop A5 or Bishop D6. Those are 2 very different lines. Okay, so I think I'm going to prepare that against D4. So if he goes D4, I'm going to go into the Marshall Gambit, because I don't normally do that. And if E4, let's do something I don't normally do. Let's play... Wait, what does he do against E5? Knight F3, Knight C6. Okay, plays the Spanish. Plays the Spanish. I don't want to do that. Maybe the French. Let's see what he does against the French. Knight C3. Okay, I may play this line. It takes and Bishop D7. That seems interesting. Okay, bishop d3, bishop c6. What did he do? Knight f3. Okay, this seems interesting. Let me just have a quick look at that. So e4, e6. Can you guys see all of this? I'll move the camera here. e4, e6, d4, d5. Knight c3 takes, knight takes. Bishop d7. He played bishop d3, which is fine. I guess it's going to transpose, and then knight f3, and then knight d7. Okay, so the Rubinstein French if he plays e4, and the Marshall Gambit if he plays d4. So that's what I intend to play. I have no idea. Maybe my opponent plays knight f3, but that's what I'm going to be preparing for the next half an hour at least. I do have to finish dinner, and I have to feed my dogs, and I have to walk my dogs, and I have to shower before the game, although I may not have time to shower. Anyway, I'm going to record my analysis as soon as the game finishes. It's a 60+30 games on Lichessladders, so I'm not going to record the game. It's going to take a couple of hours. I may actually post in the morning if we finish at like midnight. But I will see. In any case, I hope to move up the ladder. After I finish this game, I'm going to challenge people above me. Visit the link to Lichessladders. It's completely free, and it's very fun. You can find it in the description. Hello, hello. I just finished the game. Let's have a look at it. So my opponent did play e4, and I did play the French. I never thought I was going to say this, but I played the French. And we got exactly what I thought was going to happen. So knight c3, and we go into the Rubinstein. Bishop d7, knight f3 is the main move. Bishop c6, bishop d3 is the main move. Knight d7, and now my opponent played knight e5, and I was preparing for about an hour, but I've never seen this move before, and I have no idea if it's a move or not. Let's turn on the book now. Let's see, can you guys see the book? Yes, you can. Okay, so castles, queen e2, c3, c4, bishop f4, bishop g5, knight ed2, knight e5, 0 games. Okay, I wonder, so we can turn off the book. I wonder if I punished it correctly. So my idea was I take on e5 and go either queen d5 or queen d4. I couldn't decide which was better. Queen d4 prevents f4 and bishop e3. And queen d5 prevents the knight from moving. So I figured there's no difference. Both moves have to be good. I think this is why knight e5 was never played before. So d takes e5, and I played queen d5. We're going to engine check the game quickly when I finish my own analysis. I literally just finished the game. So queen d5. And I don't think my opponent can save the pawn. At least not easily. My idea if f4 here was to castle queenside, and now I'm threatening to just win a piece. For example, castles kingside, I take. Takes, rook takes, rook takes, bishop takes, and that should be the end of the game. So I'm not sure what white does here. I don't know, because okay, also, if castles, I can throw in bishop c5 check. The knight cannot move, so when the king moves, then I win a piece. That's even better. I can throw in bishop c5. Why wouldn't I develop a piece for free? So after queen d5, f4 doesn't work. I'm sure it doesn't. What else? If bishop f4, then I was going to castle queenside anyway. So at this point, I had no idea whether knight e5 was a move or not, but I liked my position. I couldn't see what white should do. White played queen f3, and they just took the pawn. There aren't even any tempi to be gained, because when he played bishop f4, I just played queen a5 check, and c3, I castled queenside. And that's it. I'm just up a pawn. I was trying to figure out if if rook d3 works here. So my opponent played queen e2. If he castles... Wait, maybe if... Oh, no. On castles I have queen f5. So castles, Rook d3, queen d3, queen f5 should be good enough. The knight's hanging, the bishop's hanging. That should be the end, unless I'm missing something. So he played queen e2. And here I was trying to figure out if rook d3 works, but I couldn't see it, which is stupid. Same tactic that works with castles. So I've already looked at it here. So takes, and queen f5. I don't think there are any tricks here. Maybe bishop c7? But no. Okay, he played queen e2, I didn't see it. I played knight f6 because it's a nice tactic also. Now I can play rook d3 and just win a piece. I saw knight f6 followed by rook d3, I didn't see this. Okay, knight g5. Here I wasn't sure if rook d3 works or not. So rook d3, queen d3, bishop b5. And then I don't know where the queen goes, but probably to c2. And now what do I do? I'm going to lose f7 anyway. My opponent cannot castle, but should I really give up an exchange like this? I wasn't sure. So I just played rook d7, defending my pawn. And now my opponent played castles and I'm so angry. As soon as he castled, I played h6, which is insane. I hope you guys can see the winning move. It's a one move win. Queen d5. And as soon as I played h6, I wanted to throw up because I didn't see queen d5. But what can you do? Obviously, it threatens mate and the bishop. So I played h6. My opponent played knight f3. I played bishop d6, which I think is fine. Maybe I could have played rook d3 again, but there's no need. Also, maybe I could have played bishop f3 here. Bishop f3, queen f3, and then bishop d6, because this knight is going to be annoying on d4. So I think this may be more precise. Because now if he takes, I very likely take with the pawn again, even though there is no knight e5. But I can also consider taking with the rook, doubling up my rooks and just playing that way. The way the game went is I played bishop d6 straight away. And after takes, of course, pawn takes, to prevent knight e5, there's knight d4. And now the problem is that my bishop is hanging in many lines. After b4, b5, it has no squares. I always have queen d5 on b4 to threaten mate, gain a tempo, and then liberate the bishop. But another issue is this attack on my rook. So if my queen's ever on c6, for example, if I blunder here, queen c7, knight takes, queen takes, bishop b5. So I cannot take with the queen whatever happens. I could consider playing rook c7, but then I'm very passive, d6 is undefended. So I just played rook e8, which may seem even worse because it's lining up with bishop b5. But I think I had calculated correctly. So my opponent did play b4. I played queen d5, only move that doesn't lose the bishop. If I play anything else, then b5 just loses the bishop. And at this point, either f3 is played or knight takes bishop. I'm not sure. If f3 is played, I go e5 anyway, and knight takes bishop has to be played. So you could argue that I'd gain the tempo. Although, is my queen trapped? Oh wait, my queen is trapped. I don't have e5. There's bishop c4. Huh. Oh, no, maybe... no, I don't have bishop b5. Okay, so I don't have e5. What do I do here? Okay, so as long as I'm still on the knight, my bishop cannot be taken. So let's say I go rook c7, and on b5 I just gain a retreat square for the bishop. That seems fine. In any case, on queen d5 he took on c6. I took with the pawn, of course, taking with the queen loses to bishop b5. c4, queen h5. I think my opponent should decline the queen trade. I'm just up a pawn. And now I found what I think is a very interesting plan, just bringing my king to f8. Seems very safe. Just king d8. My opponent played b5, and I just played king e7 because on bc6 I have queen c5, check, take the pawn, and my opponent has these two split pawns on the queen side. I'm clean pawn up. My opponent played king h1, which I think is very bad because now I can just take on b5, and that's it. Now I just have a Sicilian endgame with these two pawns marching down the board. My opponent's potential past b pawn, if takes, is never going to do any damage because my rooks are controlling it already. But on king e7, king h1, cb5, my opponent played c5, which isn't good. I just went a6 and wanted to play c5 to take this pawn, win the exchange. But after a6, I guess you can still go a4 and try to disrupt my pawns, but it shouldn't be enough. If a4, I think I just take, and on takes, I go rook d8. Now there's no bishop b5. The bishop has to move. Say bishop c4, I have rook d2, and it's busted. So yeah, now we can run through the game with the engine. Wait, let me just expand. Oh, okay, you can see the evaluation. Okay, so it's -3 now. Knight e5 -1. Okay, knight e5 is correct. d5, queen d5 is best. Come on. Okay, queen f3 is bad. Should have gone bishop d2, just losing the pawn, and then bishop c3. Okay, that is more active. But queen f3, queen e5, bishop f4, queen a5 makes sense. c3, castle's queen side is best. Queen e2. Yeah, I did have rook d3. Why didn't I play rook d3? Okay, knight f6, a mistake. Knight g5, rook d7 is best. Castles, yeah, queen d5 wins immediately, I know. But I played h6. Okay, bishop d6 is the best move. Bishop f3 was fine. Bishop d6. Oh, I should have thrown in bishop f3 now. Yeah, that also makes sense. Knight d4 is a big problem. And I didn't want to play queen e5 here. I didn't want to trade queens. And apparently I'm just equal after rook e8. Okay, knight c6, bc6 equal. c4, queen h5. f3 is a mistake. I should go queen e5. Why? Well, I guess my pawns are strong and the bishop is attacked afterwards. Okay, but I played king d8, which is okay. Queen c5 checks straight away. But king e7 is good. Okay. King h1, cb5, c5, a6. Yeah, -2. My opponent resigned on a6, which I think is understandable. Could have tried a4, but as I said, I think just taking on c5 is good because the bishop's hanging. ab5. Wait, rook d8 doesn't work? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I may have blundered here. This is the line I was looking at. a7? Oh yeah, I just lose the rook back. Wait, don't I have queen d5? Queen d5. Ah, queen d5, not queen d3, but a8 queen. a8 queen. Okay. So hopefully I would have been slightly more careful here. c5, a6, a4, dc, ab, and now the correct move is knight d5. Yeah, threatening knight f4. That makes way more sense. Yeah, okay, hopefully I would have found this. In any case, it wasn't a too tough game. I think knight e5 is a very serious mistake. I'm very happy with my first ever French. I don't think I've ever played the French in any format anywhere. This was my first. So yeah, I'm happy it worked out. Join Lichessladders, challenge me to a game. There's a link in the description. It's really fun. You get to play against normal people who are, serious about chess improvement. Maybe not always a great rating against you. Sometimes people are lower rated than you, but that's fine. Climb the ladder. Don't whine. Yeah, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.